Hey guys, what's up? Sergeant Blake is here, and today I have a review for Modern Warfare 2. Yes, I bought it brand new, but I feel like it's a good enough game that it's justified. It is actually a good game, and I'm happy that I bought it. Now, we're going to start out with campaign mode. Is it awesome? Yes, it is. It's very exciting. A lot of the characters are really fleshed out. It's a good feeling, it's intriguing, and it is incredibly satisfying to get past the difficult parts. How does the AI work? They're kind of dumb. Your partners will kind of jump in front of you when you're shooting. A lot of the times you might even get the friendly fire penalty where you'll have to go back to the previous checkpoint because it says friendly fire will not be tolerated. Not really much you can do about that, but just look out to be not shooting your partners. What else? It's fairly short, 4 to 7 hours depending on your skill range and whether or not you're on the harder difficulties. Harder difficulties feel a little bit more unfair than they do challenging. Mostly because a lot of the times the DAC will just be stacked against you. Maybe you'll be running and somehow you'll have some fucker with a sniper MP5 all the way across the map and he manages to shoot and hit you with every single bullet. It gets aggravating, but you gotta just get through it just to enjoy it. The story is incredibly satisfying, however, when you beat the harder difficulties. And I beat it on veteran mode just this morning because I was up all night, and it was so kick-ass. But if you don't want to go through all that and just want to experience the story, go ahead and play it on an easier difficulty. You'll have a much easier time. It'll be quicker. You might even enjoy it a little bit more because you won't be dying over and over and over again. So what else? Past the campaign, we've got Spec Ops, which is like co-op, but you can also do it yourself if you don't have a partner. Some missions, however, do require a partner. Spec Ops is kind of like the challenge rooms in Batman or Bioshock, where they'll put you in a situation, they'll give you either a time limit, or something to defuse, some bombs to defuse, or a place to get to, or a certain number of enemies to kill. And you have to do them and follow certain, what would the word be? Certain qualifications to get higher rankings. There's 1 star, 2 star, and 3 stars. 3 stars being the best, of course. You want to try to go for those each time. It is incredibly difficult, but not in the way that the campaign is. It's challenging, but it's a good challenging. If you have a partner with you, that's great. If you have a younger brother or kid who's not completely crazy and knows the difference between video games and real life, you can put him on at home if you have a second controller and go ahead and play the shit out of that. You can do multiplayer, or not multiplayer, but you two on the couch, 2 people over the internet, or just on your own. I like that because you don't always have to play co-op. A lot of times I get co-op partners that are retarded. Okay, now let's get to the multiplayer, which a lot of people argue is the best part. I personally like Spec Ops, but I think that this is okay. Multiplayer is cool. It's a lot of the same, though. If you've been playing World at War or Modern Warfare 1 ever since, and you didn't stop until this game came out, you're not going to feel like anything is fresh. Maybe you like that, maybe you don't. I particularly liked it for a little bit because it was a fresh experience. I hadn't played Call of Duty in about a year, but after a while, it just gets to be the same thing over and over and over again. Also, I'd like to note that the maps aren't nearly as good as they were in Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 1, but that's just my opinion. Personally, I only like a couple of maps, and other than that, I just think they're all kind of okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that any of them are horrible, like certain maps in other games, but they're just okay. A lot of the perks give you unfair advantages, which some of you might think is cool, but I usually try to use perks that I think suit me best, not that are going to win the game. Because if you're just playing to win, you're not really enjoying anything. You're probably just going to be camping with like the Scrambler perk or some shit, and I think that's really lame. But, you know, other than that, it's a pretty cool experience. A lot of campers, a lot of people who are using those perks, but other than those guys, it's a really good experience, and I think that everybody would enjoy it. Now, I don't like giving games ratings, because I think they're kind of lame. I also think that my opinion is going to be completely different from your opinion. So, who am I to say whether or not this is a good game? I'm going to go ahead and list the good things about campaign mode, campaign, multiplayer, and Spec Ops, and then I'm going to list the bad things about campaign, multiplayer, and Spec Ops, and you can choose for yourself whether or not it's a game that you would enjoy. A good thing about the campaign is that it's very intriguing, it's very satisfying to complete, and I enjoy it a lot. The characters are really fleshed out. A good thing about multiplayer, or a good thing about Spec Ops, is that it's easy to jump into. You have different difficulties, so you don't always have to be stuck on the hardest difficulty. You can get out of it really fast. Usually things are time challenges, so you can just pick up and play. And then a good thing about multiplayer is that it's just a good experience. If you're just kind of waiting for things to happen, you don't know what to buy, or you don't have any games to play, this is something that you'll be stuck on for a really long time. A bad thing about the campaign is that it's fairly short. There are quite a few difficulty spikes, and the AI is kind of dumb. A bad thing about Spec Ops, I really can't think of a bad thing about Spec Ops. It pretty much has the perfect elements. I really enjoy it. A bad thing about multiplayer is you'll get a lot of cheap players trying to do the same shit over and over again, camping and fucking using different perks that give them completely unfair advantages. But you can't really stop that from happening, so you kind of have to look past that as well. Is it a good game? In my opinion, yes. If you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it, but it's definitely worth checking out. At least rent it if you want to. Go ahead, play it out, see if you like it, and then, thank me if you do like it. Alright guys, that's it for me. I will talk to you tomorrow for the news, and then everything should be back on schedule, hopefully. Alright guys, bye.